Oh, look at that. Bing bong. Bing bong, we're streaming. Wow. The first stream too. Holy cow. Hold on, let me see if I can. I gotta send this link out to a couple people that said that they wanted to see the stream, and then we're gonna get started. Whoopsie. Didn't mean to I need to move that around. But yeah, I think it'll be a good time. Uh, we're gonna do some NFT streams. We're gonna do some coding. Maybe do a little bit of like Metaplex development. I think it'll be a good time. Let me do a little paste here on my other monitor. Just sharing this one. That way, when I accidentally pull up all my private keys for all my wallets, not everybody sees it. Because that would be bad. You know what? I'm going to make like a bunch of extra wallets. Not receiving as such viewers will experience. Oh no. I don't actually. It says my bit rate's pretty low. And I don't know how to fix it. Serious issues that need attention. It's not good. Let's see. Maybe my settings? Let's see. You know what? Just for fun. Like, look. You can see my settings with me. Output. Video bitrate. It said it wants 45 hundo. So let's set it to 45 hundo. Let's click all the way up. Boom. Apply. How about now? What about now, YouTube? Yeah, look. You can look at that with me. Stream health. It's poor, but that's okay. Well, maybe we'll figure it out. That's probably fine. We're just gonna go with it. Maybe. I wonder how to. You know what? I'm gonna prove to you that I am a real software developer by trying to fix this issue live. Because that's what real software developers do. I'm gonna grab this error, copy paste the error, see what the internet says. See, everybody's having the issue. You know what? I don't know. It's okay though. I did a little test stream earlier and it worked fine. So maybe it's somewhere in OBS. Maybe. I wanted to look good. It says it's going to be a bunch of buffering. Oh no. Oh no, we already have someone in the chat. They're watching me struggle with YouTube and streaming. Psychotic mangoes. Hold on. We haven't started yet. Oh, I'm really quiet? Oh no, that's not good. Here, I'll turn myself up. What about now? Earlier when I was messing around with it, I was way too loud. So I thought, I'll turn myself down a little bit. So maybe I was just too quiet. Yeah, my levels? Oh, I don't want to get into the yellow. Boom. Yeah, earlier you could hear my chair creaking and everything. But let me know if I sound okay. And I've noticed the stream itself is really quiet. And I was talking to a buddy and he said that I could just play music on YouTube, like the chill hip hop stuff. And I thought, that sounds great, except don't people get in trouble for that on YouTube? Isn't that how that works? Red is bad. Yeah, red is very bad, but we're not going to go into the red. It's okay. OBS says that I'm like streaming fine. It says that my drop frames are 0 and I'm live. So I think it's good. But yeah, we're going to do some NFTs live. We're going to do some coding live. I think it'll be a good time. The idea is that we're going to make stuff off of Metaplex. And, oh, my dogs are walking in. We're going to make some stuff off of Metaplex. And I'm actually going to kind of follow this tutorial that I found online, made by royalty-free music is fine. I can find it quite easily. Pretty easy. Stream beats. What's that? Here, let's look it up together. Stream beats. I'm a real software developer. I look things up. Oh wow. Can I just listen? Can I just listen? Okay. Oh yeah, look. Here, tell you what. That's way too loud. That's way too loud. Let's turn that. Maybe it's just loud for me. Yeah, my speakers are loud. So I'll turn that down. I'll make everything I'm going to turn it down even a little bit lower. Oh, you can't hear the music? You know what? I think I know why. Monitor only. Let's do this. Monitor and output. There we go. Surely. That's some music, yeah? Oh, now the music stopped. I don't know why. My channels. Oh, okay, now it works. Yeah, I just had to set it so that I was like outputting it. I had it so that only I could hear it. It was on just monitor only. Panic is slowly being reduced. That's good. Right, like we want small panic. The music is too loud. I agree, music is too loud. I want pretty quiet music, but it's actually not continuing to play. Do I have to download it? Yeah, we're learning. It's okay. I'm a pro software developer, which means that I'm a real Sigma male. It's not about where I am today. It's all about that passive income, the passive learning. Can I do it on Spotify? I'm going to move it over here. The panic is increasing again slowly, but that's okay. Oh, you know what? Okay. Okay. There we go. I just gotta log into my Spotify. Who knows how that happens? But you know what? It's all about that grind set. It's about the Sigma male NFT grind set. You know, it's all about like, I'm going to learn, and then when I learn, I'm going to put it on the blockchain. My intelligence on the blockchain. Are you ready for that? There we go. Can I just paste this into there? Boom, look at that. That works. That's great. I'm going to keep it pretty quiet. I don't really want the music to kind of be the point. So I'm going to hang out like this. Mango, if it's too loud, let me know. Or if it's like annoyingly quiet, let me know. And I'll adjust it a little bit. Like I said, the music's not the point. We're going to go for big money. That's the goal. Look at that. All this big money, that's what we want. This is what we're going to get to by coding NFTs. Specifically on Solana, right? And I'm going to actually follow like some tutorials and stuff. I'm going to like be looking at a lot of documentation, specifically like we're going to look at this Metaplex stuff. We're going to look at some Solana stuff. We're going to look at Hashlips. Shout out Hashlips. He's great on YouTube. He's done like a tutorial where he goes through making stuff on Metaplex, which is impressive on its own. And that's what I'm going to do today too. I've got like my Visual Studio Code going here. I already have a project idea that I want to work on. I'll kind of get into that in a second, based off of like stories that my grandpa has told me. I'll go ahead and paste this in. Shout out Hashlips. I'll put this in the description later if I can learn how to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get all my links here. Boom. Look at that. I'm gonna turn it down for myself a little loud. Great. Look at that. Wow. So yeah, let me tell you the story of kind of what I want to do, right? So I've been getting into the NFT stuff for a minute, the crypto stuff, the Web3 stuff. I think it's all really cool. No more panic. But I want to do my own thing so that I can like really learn how it all works. And I had this idea for a project based off of like old fish stories, right? Because you know, the classic thing is that like they catch like a 1-foot fish, but in the story, it's like this massive behemoth that they pulled out of the ocean. When it's like, nah, you just went down to the creek or to the pond down the road and you just caught like a little boy, but you pull a behemoth out of the ocean. So it's like, man, why not make that out of like old grandpa fish stories into an NFT? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build it on Solana because it's like pretty cheap. It's like very easy. There's a ton of like documentation. There's even some guys like Skeleton Crew, like Skeleton Crew, I think that's what they are. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So they've done this really cool thing where they've even built tools for people that like don't want to build out all this stuff in code on their own. It's like the treat machine or something. I don't remember. I looked into it. So like if you're an artist and you just want to do that, like that's great. You can look up their stuff. Yeah, Treat Toolbox, that's what it is. You can just look up their stuff and like follow their instructions and build it out yourself. But the whole point is for me is I want to learn the code end of it. So I'm going to do that. I'm using Metaplex, which is this like Solana toolkit for making like storefronts and minting. I'm going to make like a website for my project later on. I've started it already, but maybe I'll share it later on for that process. I'm kind of a scrub when it comes to web development, so it takes me forever to do anything. But that's okay. Like everybody's a scrub, you know, like everybody sucks a little bit. So you just got to start and you'll get better slowly. So a lot of today is just going to be like learning how to stream, learning about like Metaplex, and like maybe getting started following this tutorial just a little bit. I've been like getting into it. I don't know about like playing the volume on this. Just I don't want like Hashlips to be mad at me. But I recommend checking him out if you want to like really get into it and like have a slow deep dive of it, because he's great. It's got to be said. But for now, I'm just gonna like slowly take a look over Metaplex. Probably go through their like create a candy machine, because that's the main thing that I'm trying to do. From like what I know, these candy machines are basically like you throw some Solana money at it, and you know it twists a little crank, and then it spits out an NFT, all about like profile pictures and stuff. So building this out is going to be like the first step for me. Preparing assets and stuff, developer tooling required. I've already got all this stuff. I've already got like Git installed on like my terminal. I'm gonna minimize this just a little bit. I've already got some Git involved. I've got like Node, Yarn, all this stuff. So I'm not really worried about this. So they're saying I want to be making a candy machine through there, through the command line. And I want to clone it. Yeah, so I've already cloned it. So if I like look in this directory, don't worry about ArtGen. Don't worry about the creatures. I'm just looking at the Metaplex stuff right now. So go in there. And then I got to get some Solana tooling as well. I'm pretty sure that I've already set this all up, but I don't remember. Definitely want to get on the DevNet. Yeah, you know what? Oh man. Okay. Okay, that's okay. So I'm gonna take this one step at a time. I'm actually gonna get on my other browser here. Let's see. And set up a little burner wallet. I don't know about showing this. So like I've already downloaded Phantom, which is a little wallet extension. And I'm gonna make a little burner wallet here on the DevNet. So there's a couple of different like networks that you can build on. There's the DevNet and then there's the mainnet. Mainnet's like real money. DevNet's like paper fake money. So it lets you screw around and not accidentally drain your bank account. Not that you could really do that anyway, because like getting Solana onto your wallet's like a whole process in the first place. Okay. So I'm gonna rename all this. All right. I want to be on the DevNet. There we go. So look, I'll even I can show this. So like I've got my Phantom wallet here. I got a little DevNet. I went into my settings, changed my network, and boom, DevNet. Yeah, okay. You can't see anything bad there. Great. I know I'll need some like DevNet Solana to play with, but I'll worry about that later. Actually, let me like go to Google it. Solana faucet. So if I look up a faucet, that's like free Solana, basically, for the sake of just using it for a minute. That looks like it takes forever. I used to have this website. Oh, yeah, here we go. Soul Faucet. Yeah, this is what I want. Where if I like put in my account address, boom. Great. So I airdrop myself some Solana on DevNet, and look at that. Look at that. I've got free Solana. Just pulled it out of thin air. So I can use that to mess around with when it like costs money, fake money to do stuff later. So that's great. But I'll need to get onto this in the terminal at some point. I don't really need to worry about, I don't know that I need to worry about setting it up here in the terminal, all my Solana stuff. I feel like I could avoid doing it that way. Let's pretend like we can, and then when I'm inevitably wrong later, because I have small monkey brain, I'll come back to this and I'll set this up later. The next thing is I'm not really worried about all the images and the metadata right now, just because it's like I'm not the artist. uh, I got my buddy Freelance Pixels doing that later. So maybe he'll stream that because that could be kind of a cool thing. So I'm not going to worry about this either. If I need like some temporary stuff, I'll grab some temporary images and I'll write up some temporary metadata later. Not super worried about it. Right now, all I want to do is like I want to get the infrastructure set up for Metaplex. So let's kind of skip it. Oh, they've got a little simple collection. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna just yoink this because that's convenient. And I'm gonna actually move that to a folder I have somewhere real quick. All right, I got that in my downloads. Heck yeah. I'm gonna copy that and move it over to a little folder I've got for all this stuff. If I can find it. I'm gonna paste. Don't worry, we're just getting set up here. You know, we're gonna get to a point soon where like we're doing some real coding and it's like very satisfying. All right, so I downloaded this like simple collection zip. I think that'll just make it easy for now because I'm not really worried about formatting the metadata. Because the metadata is easy, right? Like it's just a little file that says like, hey, this is what everything is. Like here's the name, the symbol, whatever. So we'll get to that when we get to that because that's going to be easy stuff. Let's get through the hard stuff first. Validating my assets. Let's see. A lot of bugs happen because of invalid data. Okay, so that's cool. I didn't know that there was this thing called JQ. Let's open it up and let's check it out. I'm not going to download it right now. Okay, yeah, I'm not worried about it right now. Yeah, I'm not worried about validating it because I already have written some code, and maybe I'll share that later too, that generates all the images and generates metadata on top of it alongside it. I will need to like modify that a little bit because I was doing some work on another project where I had this like art generation, but we'll worry about it later. If you want to like get deep into it, Hashlips, like this guy, he's got a video about doing like generative art. He wrote it in JavaScript. I wrote it in Python because I'm better in Python than I am JavaScript, so it makes sense. Plus, I wanted to do it on my own, so it's all good with me. And I had different stuff that I was trying to build out. I had like multiple images for maybe one day I'll get into it because that's a separate project. So let's see. Okay, so it looks like you first have to upload all of your images and metadata onto Arweave, which Arweave is like an IPFS, interplanetary file system. So it's just permanent storage online. Okay, so it has us upload everything. I'm gonna skip right to create Candy Machine. To create the candy, I simply type. Just simply type. So this is interesting because it has, I'm assuming that Metaplex Foundation, like this link is not, I can't just copy that because I didn't just copy their instructions exactly. So I bet if I go into JS, and then packages, CLI, yeah. Oh, I have to go into source as well. Yeah, candy machine CLI.ts, so TypeScript, right? So I call that function, or I call that file, I tell it, hey, create this candy machine, set the environment to devnet, and set the key pair to this file. Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, let me double check that before I go off, like, typing anything into the, I want to go up. I mean, I could always just give it a shot and see what happens. That's always fun. In fact, let's do that. I'm gonna move you there. So I don't think I have, do I have TS node? Can I just say like version? Okay, I don't have TS node. So let's see if I can do this with NPM. Node package manager. I think it's gonna be the same thing, except TS node is like TypeScript specific. I don't know, we'll give it a shot. This is like a learning. This is the grind set mindset. Where are we going? JS packages, CLS source, candy machine, there we go. Pass in this command, create candy machine, env devnet. Great. Make sure you copy that. I'm gonna like move this over so that just in case I need that public key. I know it shouldn't really matter, but just so I don't like share that to the entire world straight away. I'll probably need to like reset all this stuff later on, but it's okay. Devnet dot JSON P1. Okay, so I got errors, but that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's saying that I didn't like my NPM thing, so I'm gonna just make sure that I've got TS node. Yeah, so let's do that. And that's easy to do. I'm gonna do this. npm install TypeScript. It's gonna download everything. I feel like this is what a lot of development really is, though. It's a lot of like wanting to get started, and then you have to just stop to download stuff and install things, and then okay, it's just saying my npm could be updated. I'm not going to worry about that. TS node. So this is all this is saying is like I'm telling the node package manager to download TypeScript and download TS node so that I can work with this. And I'm just doing it locally in the project. I don't want to do it globally just in case it breaks other stuff that I have running. I don't see why it would, but you know, it's good to be cautious about that. Let's go back to the create candy machine. I can go up a couple commands. I'm going to move it over again because I don't remember. I don't know if this will be important. Okay, so it's an unknown command, so it didn't like that. Maybe I typed it in wrong. Oh, well, duh. I got to actually tell it TS node. Okay, so it didn't like TS node. I wonder why that is. Let me make sure that I've actually got it. Yeah. I wonder if I had to be like up one when I installed that. Let me try that so that it's like installs locally to sort of this directory. That might screw me later, but I'm not worrying about it. The goal to start is just to make something, even if it's garbage. I'm going to pay more attention to this output. Okay, so it's not saying that it had any issues. So if I do TS node, it's still saying it's not found. Okay, that's weird. You know what? Let's consult Hashlips here. Let's see how he does it, because he was able to get this all set up. You know what? I don't want to like... So I'm going to mute the audio from the desktop real quick. Yeah, so that only I can hear it. Just so I don't get into any trouble. So let's see. Yeah, so this is where he's talking about his like art engine and stuff. I'm not worrying about the art engine. I've got my own art stuff set up. So I'm going to skip ahead a bit. Yeah, he's going through like metadata and everything. That's great, but I'm not worried about that. Okay. He's creating a new folder. Oh, he's just moving assets over. All right, so he just opens up Metaplex. Okay, so he actually puts that in. So you know what I'm gonna do, for the sake of like not being degenerate and like rushing through, I'm gonna actually make sure that we have that set up correctly. So within Metaplex, I really want to have an assets folder here, and I'll call it assets. And I'm gonna take that zip file that I took earlier with a simple collection from the Metaplex site, and I'm gonna just stick that in there. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So I'm gonna move these over. Look at that. Okay. So yeah, here's some metadata, simple image, more metadata, simple image. Oh no, my dog is barking. Who knows why? It's not clear. That's okay. All right, yeah, so it's saying I've got an image, PNG. Okay, great. So I've done that. What you got next for us? Hashlips. Maybe it's okay if I play the audio.
install this Solana CLI. The Solana CLI is separate from Metaplex, but it's something that we need in our computer to actually run Solana commands, and that Metaplex also uses. Let's now get a bit more technical. If you have made it this far, congratulations. I really appreciate you sticking with me in this tutorial. It means that you are a Hashlips Art Engine master.
Shout out Hashlips.
Just a side note, if you love this content, please leave a comment on this video and a like, and I would always appreciate if you subscribe so that you don't miss out if I have any updates. Talking about updates, we are going to focus on Metaplex now. Metaplex is still under development and might change in the future. That's why Candy Machine part. So if you click on Candy Machine, the tab, click on Introduction, this is where our journey will start to upload our collection. Looking at the introduction, we can see that we need some prerequisites.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and
So he's doing what we were trying to do.
Here. This link tells us we need to have this installed before we can work with Metaplex and Candy Machine. This is because we need to make sure that we have got the Solana CLI installed, which is separate, but Candy Machine and Metaplex makes use of it, so we need to install that. Now it says that you need Git installed here firstly. Well, we don't really need it because we already downloaded our GitHub repos by manually downloading the zip file. It's sometimes complex for people to understand what Git is, but it's source control. So if you understand what it is, do it that way. Otherwise, just follow along how I've done it. Next, we need Node installed, and you should already have Node installed based on the previous tutorial. Then it asks us to install Yarn. Let's go and do that step. If we go to Visual Studio and we click on Terminal and on New Terminal,
I've already got Yarn.
Now here we can say install. Okay, we need to say install Yarn. Now once you install Yarn, Yarn will be added to your machine, and then you can use Yarn commands. Yarn is exactly.
All right, I gotta mess with OBS for a second. You know what? It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's first stream. Let's just keep going with what old Hashlips is saying.
Manager. I prefer Yarn, but most people are comfortable with Node and NPM. Then let's go back to the documentation, and it asks us to install TS Node.
Okay, he's talking about TS Node.
A TypeScript version, I believe, of Node, but what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to install it, and this might work perfectly for you. In my case, it doesn't want me to install this on my machine, and the reason for that, it is how my paths are set up. So I'm going to show you what you will do.
Oh no.
What you need to do.
It says that it got timed out. I didn't even see that. Oh no. Neighbors are home. The dogs are barking. I gotta mute. Oh no, I was talking for ages. Yeah, I was screwing around with the bot because I think the Stream Elements bot like messed something up. So I went into Stream Elements and like turned it off. Maybe. Yeah, let me double check that. All right. All right. Maybe that'll work. You know what? Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I'm forgiven. I'm gonna do this. What happens if I do that? Does it kill the bot? That's what Stream Elements said. Mute, unmute, or remove bot. Yeah. Bot, please listen to me. The bot can only communicate through chat. Oh, whatever. First stream, we are learning Sigma male grind set, passive income. That's what we're going for here. We killed the bot, hopefully, so that we can get back on our Sigma male grind set. And hear what Hashlips has to say about why he can't download TS Node either.
Is if you go to the installation.
He said it didn't work.
Yeah. By the way, you can follow installation files on each one of these. So there you can see we can run a bunch of these commands. So we can basically run this command if we want to install it globally. So let's go back to Visual Studio Code and paste that. And this will use npm install. The -g says that it's going to be global on your machine. Otherwise, you can just omit the -g.
Let me try that too.
Install only for this package, and you can hit enter. This will now start a big download and install ts-node. To check if everything is working, you can check the node version.
Yeah, I'm just going to download it too. Just like that globally. I didn't want to, but I want to get things working. That's the most important thing. I'm going to try to make some garbage today. Okay, I downloaded it. Look at that. Wow. That's all it had to do. See? If I called the version, it actually gives me something back. So we know it's working now. Hopefully. I should, you know what? I should be a good boy and go back through like all the Solana steps and like download, make sure I've got like the Solana client. But it's like, do I want? Yeah, you know what? Well, first off, let me see if I even already have it, because like I might. Oh, I don't. I'll tell you what. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna copy this. Gonna paste it right in. Oh, look, they even put like a little emojis on the terminal. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, maybe you said you forgiven, not unforgiven. Mango, is that what it was? Do you forgive me for my transgressions? For my evil bot? Let's see. Man, this Solana download might take a minute, but it's okay. Let's look ahead a little bit. So I'm not going to worry about like creating a little password here. I've already got the one in my Phantom wallet, so I'm not going to trip about that. Oh, I see. So when you call it though, oh, and that's that DevNet key pair. So maybe we do have it just all on the command line for the time being. Like set up this little DevNet wallet. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it right. I hate doing it right, but I'll do it right. I'm trying to make garbage, not make trash. Let's see. How's the download going? Still extracting. That's okay. It's all part of it. You know, you got to do a little bit of that effort. I wonder why my... It's still... YouTube is still saying that my stream looks like garbage, which might be true. Let's see. I'm going to check it on my phone since we're waiting on a little download here. Wow, I just checked out my own stream on my phone. I sound like a robot. That's okay. First stream. Grind set. Mindset. It's all about the learning. This extracting's taking ages. You know what? We'll come back to this while that's downloading. I'm just going to keep reading ahead. Well, I need it to create the candy. I'm going to assume I can do the create candy machine. For the price. Whatever. The P at the end stands for price. Oh, it's recommending the Exiled Apes for the Mint website. I know this is going to be good. Yeah. This guy, Levi Cook. I think he's like, yeah, he's on Twitter as like Levi Korg. This dude's legit. He's like a legit Solana dude, so I'll probably mess around with this later on as well. Maybe if one day